We've driven 3.5 hours from Hue en route to Vinh, where I've stopped at this little town called Nguyen. Now, one of the best things about stopping at places like this is meeting the local people, sharing a pot of tea, listening to their stories, and learning about their day-to-day lives. This little cafe is owned by the Drang family. They told me once a year this area is flooded by king tides, and amazingly, everybody lives perched up on these tables and cupboards until the sea water subsides. Now, how great is this? Mr. Drang has his own pond in the backyard where we're going to net the fish and catch my own carp. Well, that's a really good one. That's around 600 to 700 grams. That would grill really, really well. I'm excited about that. In return for his hospitality, I whipped up a quick dish using ingredients grown on the property. I grilled the fish with wild beetle leaves, made a simple dressing using ginger, garlic, chili, sugar, fish sauce and lime. Hopefully, Mr. Drang will add this to his family menu. I had one more place to visit before my main destination of Vinh. Now, believe it or not, a family lived and worked from this stilt house right in the middle of the river. Woken up super early this morning to see how the Pham family live. They wake up at the crack of dawn for work. They raise their nets up, grab anything that gets caught, crabs, squid, fish, anything. Now, it's hard to comprehend, but they actually live in this little stilt floating wooden hut here. Electricity cord to the main electricity. I think it's homemade. It's quite amazing, isn't it? And the whole family lives in here. Mum, dad, grandfather, and a couple of kids. Incredible. Incredible. Now, Mr. Pham pulls the net up every 2 or 3 hours. He rows his little donut boat. Don't know how they maneuver that. It's quite amazing. And he pushes all the seafood that is caught, they're probably all really small, into the center of the net, into that green little pocket there, and takes it in and sells it to the locals. It was quite amazing to see how local fishing families live around here. Getting the canoe out there into the net, it's actually so peaceful and serene. I really enjoyed it. Now, Mr. Pham only caught some little crabs, so I went out to the market, fresh seafood market, met all the local ladies there who were really lovely. They had tiny baby calamaris that were so fresh, little prawns. And you know what, I tried to haggle with them, but they were really persistent on not reducing the price, which I was quite surprised about. Anyway, at least I tried, right? In Vietnam, there's dishes that change throughout every region. Now, I thought my traditional gan chua recipe had lots of tamarind and tomato, pineapple and okra, but that's it. But in the center here, they actually add more to it, and it changes. So in central Vietnam, we've got pickled bamboo, we've got green banana, and we've also got okra as well, and elephant's ear stem. Here, I'm cooking a typical central-style gan chua. We've got fish broth in here, simmering away. I'm going to add some sugar to that. Some tamarind, so the tamarind gives this tart flavour to it. So that's going to balance out the sweetness. And you've guessed the third one, some fish sauce. And just taste as you go, okay? Now the idea is to get those three flavours balanced well, all right? Okay. Now to add to the sourness, pickled bamboo, pickled in salt, vinegar, and a touch of water. Throw that in. Now pickled bamboo, I love using because it's very textural. Throw it in salads as well, or soups like this. I like the tartness in this green banana. Basically this, peeled and thinly sliced. We can use this in rice paper rolls or salads and soups. Yum. Throw that in. Now the pineapple in Vietnam, they're quite small, but they're so incredibly sweet. Baby calamari, tiny little things. I don't even peel them. Just keep the skin on, texture, and it's sweeter. Throw that in. Handful of those. Some prawns. Because they're quite small and juicy, I've left the shell on, but I've trimmed the head and a few of their legs. Handful of those as well. This doesn't need to cook for long, the seafood. Mix that up. Now whilst that's cooking and simmering away for another 2 minutes, here I have elephant's ear stem. Now it's called an elephant's ear stem because the actual leaf of this stem looks like a big elephant's ear. Now that's why they call it that. Now this is quite spongy. It absorbs all the flavour and all the soup that I put in there. I'm just going to trim this a little bit. And all you need to do is peel the skin as well. Quite amazing. Peel that off. Gonna finely slice this. Now eating this raw, you can hear the crunch, can't you? Once I put it in here, it just soaks all the juice up. Throw it in my soup. Bit of okra. Trim the ends off. And slice it diagonally. Into the soup. Throw the tomatoes in as well. Now in Vietnamese cuisine, you always have to have a few dishes on the table. You got to have a meat dish, a seafood dish, a vegetable dish, and a soup dish. Now this is a clear soup. Just to balance out and have that yin and yang. I'm going to chop up my fresh herbs. Rice paddy herb. One of my favourite Vietnamese herbs. Grows in the rice paddy. Very fragrant. Citrus flavour, lemongrass flavour, and cumin. Now the citrus character of it balances out all the tamarind as well. I'm going to slice it up together with some sawtooth coriander. Slice that up, not too fine. Bit of chilli. Okay, got my chili. Now ladle that into my bowl. And the colours look incredible. So good for you too, this soup. This is comfort food for me. I'm going to garnish that with my fresh herbs, some chili, some fried garlic chips, and just a touch of garlic oil as well. Just on top. Now there you have it. Tamarind broth with calamari, prawns and pickled bamboo shoots. Gan chua, hải sản, măng chua. Muốn thử không? Thử đi, nè. Thử đi. They don't dare try it, but I'm going to force them. Thử. Nhanh. Nhanh. Thử đi. Nói ngon đi nha. Ngon không? I actually forced him to say it was good as well. Yeah, well, very good. Pay you later. Okay. We finally made it to Vinh, mostly an industrial town and a stopover for tourists travelling between Hue and Hanoi. What drew me to Vinh was the promise of catching my first eel, a staple ingredient in this area. Zum, I was told, is an expert eel catcher. He took me to the outskirts of town, to a little rice paddy field where apparently eels are there in abundance. I hope. Oh, this is lovely. Now we've got to watch out for snakes and also rats. Now these eel traps are set in the late evening. Now the idea, they're made from bamboo. And And we've put some worms at the bottom here for bait. And we've got this little basket here, also made from bamboo. And what happens is the eel comes into this and can't come back out again. Narrow funnel. Now, let's see if we've got one. I think we do. There we are, fantastic. All right, now we've set around 10 in there. So let's see if we've got any more. How cool is that? Whoa. Jeez, we're having good luck today. Fantastic. If catching eels is not high on your list of things to do in Vietnam, you can always find little stores selling these little slimy, delectable creatures in town.
Now, in Vietnamese, this dish is called mong nhậu, which means dishes that you cook when you want to just drink with. So lots of beer and lots of different grilled dishes. So today, I'm going to make char grilled eel. Now, these eels, there's a lot of varieties, little spaghetti-looking ones, slightly bigger ones. So I'll catch a few. Now, these things are slippery little critters, so I'm going to take my time. That one looks like one to come out. Got one. Now, Nga says you've got to be really gentle with them. Don't grab them too hard or they'll just slip off. Got two. Cô Nga ơi, cô Nga này rửa giùm ha, rửa giùm rồi trở lại ha. Now, just giving my eels to cô Nga to wash. Now, in Vietnam, in this little town, they actually soak the eel in limestone and salt just to get all the grime off them. But if you're at home, just use vinegar, works the same. Cảm ơn cô Nga. Chả làm sao? Ready? Oh, they're still a little bit slippery. They're really slippery. Rửa chưa? Rồi, cô làm không? I'm going to get her to do it. She's been doing this for 18 years. Apparently you need a smaller chair. I don't know how much smaller you can get. So you spike the head in, or you hammer it in. Oh, looks pretty gruesome. Ah, she cuts it on the side. Look at that, like a pro. She'll just bone it in one motion. Not like me. They got tiny little bones, these little things. Look at that. I'm glad she's doing it, not me. Hey, wah. Hey, come on. All right. That was cool, wasn't it? All right. I'm going to slice it into 5cm pieces. I don't know how they work with these knives. Get my Sharpie. Cut the head off. How's this for a chopping board? Okay, so I've chopped up my eel. I've cleaned all the blood off. But I've left the skin on because the skin has really, really great texture. So I'll just drain that while I make up my little marinade. Simple marinade. Sugar. Đường, phải không? I've got the locals here telling me what to do. Bit of sugar. Some fish sauce. It's going to dissolve the sugar through. Now, fish sauce, you just need around 2 teaspoons. So a bit of curry powder, red curry powder, a bit of spice, turmeric powder. Nguyen. It's a very hard word to pronounce in Vietnamese. Nguyen. I really enjoy cooking in this environment at the market because everyone's kind of surrounded, they're really excited and they're watching in anticipation, making sure I'm doing my job right, doing it justice. Okay, great colour we got there. Now this here, they've told me to use these little shallots. They're tiny shallots and they're a little bit sweeter and brings out so much flavour. So I've used that instead of garlic. So in it goes. Hit that. Some red shallots as well. Crushed chili. And lots of lemongrass. Around 2 or 3 tablespoons of finely diced lemongrass. Going to mix that all together. And allow this to marinate for at least an hour. Look, if you can do it overnight, cover it in the fridge, even better. All right, I'm going to coat my eel in this marinade. That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm going to pour some vegetable oil in there, just to enclose all the flavour. Not too much, just around 2 tablespoons. And let that marinate while I heat up my little charcoal pot here. Just going to turn my heat on a little bit higher, very, very gently. Now that temperature's looking great. We're ready to go. Fan goes away. But one of these great things, a wire grill rack. You need one of those. Put that out. Geez, they look so cute in there, this little spaghetti eel. I wonder if I put my hand in there, they'll tickle. Look at that. Now these ones here, you don't grill them. You have to cook it in the soup. So you boil them up, and it's called ming lung. I haven't even cooked these yet, but they're smelling just amazing. And line there like that. Skin down first. Now watch them puff up. In the heat. They look fantastic. If you could smell this, wow. Thơm quá. Chắc ăn sống luôn nha. I'm telling them that I can eat these raw, it's so good. I'm going to close that up. Just going to grill that one side for around 5 to 6 minutes. And I'll turn them over and they'll be done. Now that is smelling so sensational. Wow. Now the perfect accompaniment for this dish, you got to have your beer, and Vietnamese mint. And that's your meal. I'm going to grab one of these. Ooh, it's hot. My choppies. Oh my goodness. Oh. Incredible, so flavoursome, amazingly soft and tender. Wow. Vietnamese mint, a swig of beer, and that's my dish. Rice paddy eel, char grilled with lemongrass and turmeric, lương nướng, xả nghệ. Now, every Vietnamese household has to have charcoal. It's got a lovely smell. Now, this charcoal comes from the border of Vietnam, around 80 k's from here. There's a huge hole that's dug into the ground. The wood's chopped up, thrown in there, lit to light, covered in heaps of sand for 7 days, and the result, when dug up, charcoal. Now, this lady's been here for 3 generations. She hasn't been here personally, but her family's been in the business for 3 to 4 generations. She gets 100,000 for each of these sacks. That's around $8. Really hard life. But you know what? Everything's blackened. Everything looks really, really cool. It was such a nice relief to experience cooler weather, but the locals seemed to struggle in the cold and wet. All I needed was a t-shirt. After spending time in Hue, where it was 42 degrees Celsius and 95% humidity, the workers in the market couldn't believe someone was going to cook here, and the word spread quickly. Strange Vietnamese Australian chef in town. I'm right in the centre of the Vinh market. There's commotion around me, lots of action and a little bit of a drama, so I'm trying to get this done as quickly as I can. I'm going to do a dish here, and it's called Sườn Ram Măng, which is pork spare ribs, tossed in a wok, and slowly braised in young coconut juice. So I'm going to make up a quick marinade first. Bit of sugar. Some fish sauce. Sườn Ram Măng. I'm going to dissolve the sugar. Oyster sauce as well. Bit of garlic. Around a tablespoon of diced garlic and a tablespoon of red shallots. Bit more.
And that's a simple marinade. I'll put that aside. Now, I've bought my short ribs here from this lovely lady next to me, the butcher in the market. Really short ribs, 4 centimeters long. And I'm going to slice that into little segments. I might have to move my cart soon. It's quite beautiful to watch, actually. Locals riding past on their bikes with their umbrellas. It's pretty cool. Put that straight into your marinade. It's going to turn my oil up. Going to marinate that for around 20 minutes. Till ye. They're telling me to put MSG in my cooking, and I'm telling them, I don't use MSG. This is all natural flavours here. I'm saying, well, no. Now, I'll just check if my oil's hot enough. Wooden chopstick into the oil. You see bubbles, it's ready to go. All right. My meat's marinated. I'm going to quickly flash fry this. Now, flash frying, I do this to seal all the flavour into the meat and to give it some colour. So slide it from the side because the oil is really hot. Throw it in there. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know if these guys are here to taste my cooking or if they just want some shelter from the rain. Come on. It's smelling really good. Just wait a couple of minutes. Stir that around. When it turns a nice golden colour, take it out. So I'm not cooking it through here. I'm just flash frying it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, after I finish those up, I'm going to slowly braise this into some young coconut juice. Got a whole coconut, just wait until the guy gets out of my way. Coconut, young coconut juice, look at that. Probably around a cup in there. That looks really good. Wow. Cái này chưa chín, mình làm phần nữa thôi. Chưa biết. She's saying it's not cooked yet. I'm going to strain all the oil out. I'm going to heat my coconut juice. Turn that high. Sai chưa? Okay, they're telling me it's boiled. I'll take that out. All right. I'm going to put my pork ribs back in there. Now this will sweeten the whole dish. Natural sweetness. All right. I'll throw that in there. Bring it to the boil again, and I'll just reduce it down to a nice sauce. Okay, now it's reduced. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's reduced quite a lot now. I'm really happy with it. Throw in some onions and some black pepper, freshly ground. Okay, now we stir. Oh, wait. Bit of chili in there as well. All right. A bit more pepper, I think. I think they're happy with it. All right. That's looking really good. Oh, that's smelling fantastic. Now, I hope my friends here will be happy with it. Tell them. They're saying it smells wonderful. Okay, looks good. I'm going to pour some sauce onto there. Beautiful. Wonderful. All right. Bit of coriander on top. Bit more chili. And look at that. With all the help of my friends here. Pork short ribs, slow braised, young coconut juice. Soon. Rangman. The highlight for Vinh would have to be the markets here. The produce is so fresh, the locals are extremely friendly, a little bit cheeky, and the market food is so cheap. This bowl of noodles with beef and vermicelli, 70 cents. Delicious. Next time
I visit Ninh, where I take a cruise amongst the beautiful limestone mountains.
Wow, looks like we're going through a cave pretty soon. It's getting really dark and mysterious.
I climb 1,000 steps and see the most beautiful landscape I have ever experienced.
Over there, there's goats hanging out on the mountains. So here, I'm making a goat recipe authentic to Ninh.
I also learned the finer art of calling ducks.
Is that good? Yeah, this is pretty good.